Today we're going to be taking a look at Evil Dead Rise, and the biggest reasons why you should go out and see this movie. The film begins with our protagonist Beth visiting her sister Ellie and her 3 kids, but the visit is quickly interrupted when a huge earthquake hits. Soon after, Ellie's 3 kids find a hidden room in the bottom floor of their rundown apartment building where they come across the Book of the Dead. Not knowing the true nature of the book, the kids bring it up to their apartment where they accidentally unleash hell on their family and the other unfortunate people left in the building. Leading up to this film, I went ahead and rewatched all the Evil Dead movies, which was a ton of fun, so I was really excited to see how this newest sequel was going to yet again elevate the franchise. But immediately after seeing Evil Dead Rise, I was feeling pretty mixed and wasn't exactly sure if I was going to do a video on it. I went into the film wanting to be surprised and to be shown things that I've never seen before in an Evil Dead movie, so when I didn't get that, I was kind of disappointed. But after processing the film now for the past 24 hours, I still think that this is just a solid horror movie and probably the best horror movie we've gotten so far this year. And there are some elements to this film that I think are unexpected and new for the franchise that I'm definitely going to touch upon in a little bit. But look, if you go into this movie wanting to see an Evil Dead movie, and I'm not talking about like the Raimi camp, I'm talking about in the same tone as the 2013 remake, you're not going to be let down. Like all the Evil Dead movies, the makeup and practical effects are top-notch and enhance the already gruesome moments that are going to make you want to jump out of your skin. This movie specifically does the number one thing that always gets a ridiculous reaction out of me, which are the close-ups of somebody's eye before they are about to be stabbed by some sort of sharp object, in this case a needle. I just can't handle moments like that. So it has the foundations of an Evil Dead movie, but like I said, I was really looking for ways that this was going to elevate the franchise, and here are some of the ways that I think it does. The stakes feel so much higher this time around because all of our core characters are a part of a family, which makes any time that somebody gets possessed that much more tragic and gives all of our characters an emotional dilemma whenever they have to basically kill a loved one. And the film does a good job during its setup establishing all these character dynamics, letting the audience know where things currently stand with the family, and most importantly, just making us care about them before all the craziness ensues. Interestingly though, I feel like because the characters have an emotional attachment to each other, and maybe it's because there's also really young kids in this movie, so you don't want to see them being, just dismembered, but the violence in this movie felt a lot tamer than, let's say, the 2013 movie. Whether you like this or not really just comes down to what you want to see. Do you want to see characters who are completely expendable get torn to shreds? Or do you want to see characters have more emotional deaths? Another break from the formula is the location change. This being the only Evil Dead film, aside from Army of Darkness, to not take place in that piece of shit cabin in the woods. While it's set in this one floor of an apartment building, it still gives you that sense of isolation and claustrophobia that a cabin in the woods would have, because like the 2013 remake, it does a good job explaining why the characters can't just leave. There was an earthquake, the power's out, the elevator doesn't work, and the stairs, they're just gone. These Evil Dead movies always have a very eccentric style to them, so it was cool seeing how Lee Cronin added to the visual language. He uses split diopter shots that I thought were really cool because they are kind of jarring things to look at and just make you feel on edge, which is exactly how you want to feel while watching a horror movie. There's a POV shot through a peephole that is especially creepy because the person that is looking through the hole is the young traumatized daughter of the family. So already you're feeling uncomfortable, but then add that to just the way the mom is manipulating her daughter to get her to open the door. It made the scene that much more tense. And then once we get to the climax, the visuals just go to a whole different level. I know I said that throughout the film, the blood and guts and all that was a little bit toned down, but it might have been because they were just saving it all for here, because the climax is just insane. But those are my biggest reasons why you should go out and see Evil Dead Rise. If you happen to see it, let me know in the comments what you thought of it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.